Good evening, I'm Kurt Gutgsell. It's a big-time SIAC showdown tomorrow night as Jasper football entertains Castle. The Wildcats 6-0. The Knights are 5-1. Last week, the Wildcats beat Central. Cat coach Tony Lewis on that game and tomorrow's battle with the Knights.
I felt like we came out and played hard. I think, Central has some really good athletes. We were concerned about how athletic they were, but I felt like our kids were a little bit more disciplined this past week. On both sides of the ball, we made some plays offensively and defensively. Special teams, we made some plays as well. I thought it was a good overall team victory. Anytime you can get a running clock in the fourth quarter, then you're doing something right. So, that was what I would consider a trap game. It's a game that a lot of people probably in the community and in school and maybe our kids overlooked, but we had to stress to them that Central was a good opponent. They're in the SIAC for a reason, and we need to be ready to play.
What have you seen out of Castle so far?
Castle's a very well-coached team. Coach Hurt does a great job with them. They're going to line up in a ton of different formations. They're going to motion. They're going to shift. They're going to shift a second time. They're going to get you moving. And, they're going to run zone. They're going to run stretch. They're going to run a little bit of counter. And off of that, their bootleg game is great because of how well they run their stretch and their zone play. They'll throw the ball deep. Tilly's been throwing the ball really well. He's got a lot of receivers. He throws to the tight end. He throws to his H-back. He even throws to his tailback in the flat. So they've got a lot of weapons offensively. Defensively, they were probably the most disciplined team we played last year. They did a great job on our option. I'm sure they're practicing the same way they did last year because they did a great job against us last year.
What are going to be the keys for you guys?
The keys for us are we need to have a few wrinkles off of what they did to us last year. I have a feeling that we're going to get a lot of the same looks. And defensively, we've got to be able to use our quickness up front to hopefully get some pressure on Tilly. We need to stop their running game. They've got a great running game. Their line's a good, cohesive line that blocks well together. They do a great job of zone blocking, and they've got a great tailback. So they've got all the things you need in an offense: a great quarterback, great running back, great receivers, and a good line. And they play really well special teams wise. They do a great job covering kicks and punts, and they've got a great kicker.
You can see Jasper and Castle Saturday morning at 10 right here on WJTS 18. Other games tomorrow: Southridge at South Spencer, Forest Park goes to North Posey, and Washington entertains Heritage Hills. After watching the Heritage Hills morning basketball workout yesterday in Lincoln City, Purdue head coach Matt Painter offered Patriot freshman Trent Sisley. It was the first of many scholarship offers for Sisley, one of the top players in the class of 2025. Thursday night football tonight over in the Queen City. The Jacksonville Jaguars in at Cincinnati to take on the Bengals in a battle of the last two #1 draft picks, Joe Burrow at quarterback and Trevor Lawrence, the quarterback of the Jaguars. The Colts will visit Miami in Week 4 on Sunday. Yesterday, Indy made a number of roster moves, including the addition of T.J. Carey to injured reserve. Anthony Chesley was elevated from the practice squad to the active roster. They also signed Jordan Lucas to the practice squad. The Colts also designated Sam Ellinger to return from injured reserve. Stay tuned. We'll have more right after this.